Hi there, Dre again. The 8th generation of gaming is almost over, and next gen is right around the corner. With all this talk about the new console hardware, I think it's also a good time to talk about what games should return for next gen. So here is my list of 7 games that should return for next gen consoles. Quick note, this is not an order and this is solely based on my opinion, so sorry if your favorite franchise is not on the list. Also, number 7 is a game that I've never played, but it is something that I would like to see return. So without further ado, here's the list. Number 1. Gravity Rush 3. One of the most criminally underrated games on the PlayStation 4 and one of the most unique games that I have played this generation because of its gameplay that revolves around shifting gravity. The Gravity Rush games are also known for its charming art style and the cast of memorable characters. If you haven't played any of the Gravity Rush games yet, now is a good time to do so, and it often goes on sale, so you should really check it out. Although Gravity Rush 1 and 2 was received positively among critics, unfortunately the series was not a commercial success despite the effort they put in the advertising, but the Gravity Rush games did gain a cult following with a dedicated fan base that is hungry for a sequel. There are still many unanswered questions in the Gravity Rush games, and it deserves a third chance, and I think it would be a good early launch title for the PlayStation 5. Number 2. A new Team Ico game. Ever since the release of their latest game, The Last Guardian, Gen Design, formerly known as Team Ico, has been keeping a low profile regarding their next project. According to their website, they recently teamed up with Epic Games to develop their new titles. Granted that Epic Games has garnered a questionable reputation in recent years, at least Gen Design has finally solved their financial issues and can now focus in making games again. If you don't know Gen Design, they were the original developers for Ico, Shadow of the Colossus, and The Last Guardian. Their library of games may be very few, but they are known for releasing high-quality games with unique takes on storytelling. Though their last release, The Last Guardian, was very polarizing and had many technical problems, it was still a game made for the fans, and hopefully their next game will be a lot better now that they have better financing. Number 3. Bloodborne 2. Okay, let's all be honest here, PS4 owners who played Bloodborne and never heard of Dark Souls is probably their first From Software game. I love the Dark Souls series in Sekiro, but there is nothing like Bloodborne. Sure, the gameplay is the same as Dark Souls, but what makes Bloodborne so unique is the horrific, twisted atmosphere, the Lovecraftian monsters, the fast-paced gameplay, and the brutality of the bosses. Except for the Witches of Hemwick, that boss fight is a joke. The devs at From Software may have probably moved on from making Soulsborne games, but the fans have not, and hopefully Bloodborne will make a return in some form or another in the upcoming PlayStation 5.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Number 4. Dead Space 4. As much as I hate EA games nowadays, a sequel to Dead Space 3 or at least a reimagining of Dead Space should return. There are still many unanswered questions regarding the markers and what alien race created them, and the fans are dying for a proper closure for the series, or at least a proper ending to Isaac Clarke's story. If a sequel does come out for next gen, there better be no microtransactions or loot boxes. Oh, wait, excuse me. I meant surprise mechanics to make a return. Sadly, the original studio that made the Dead Space series were shut down by EA because some jackass said single player is dead. Hopefully another talented studio under EA's wing can make a proper sequel to the franchise, and hopefully they are given more artistic freedom to create a Dead Space that fans deserve. Number 5. Bad Company 3. There are a good number of Battlefield games that were released in this generation, but most of them are pretty lackluster, especially with Battlefield 5. I was expecting the Bad Company series to make a return, but to my surprise, the game is still MIA since 2010. I had a little fun playing the recent Battlefield games, but the Bad Company series is just better when it comes to gameplay and destruction physics. Also, the single player is what made the Bad Company series great. It has memorable characters, good humor, and the storytelling is fantastic. I hope Bad Company will make a return for next gen, and I surely hope it won't be riddled with microtransactions. So EA, please, for the love of God, don't fuck that up.
I thought my homeland would receive me with open arms, but my only welcome was fire and arrows.
Number 6. Prince of Persia. You know what Ubisoft needs to do? Revive the Prince of Persia games. I know the original trilogy ended years ago, and the 2008 reimagining of Prince of Persia was alright, but not very memorable. Recently, there was a Prince of Persia themed event in For Honor, and since the next gen is upon us, why not revive the original trilogy through a remake? You know, I mean, Capcom remade its classic titles, so why not Ubisoft? Oh, and before I proceed to number 7, here are some honorable mentions.
For millennia, there have been those who have stood against it. A secret organization to protect mankind. They are the front line in an unholy war. They are the Dark Watch.
Number 7. Tenchu. With the recent success of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, I have suddenly sparked an interest in the Tenchu games again, and it made me think, why not have another ninja game but with a heavier emphasis on stealth? The devs of Sekiro did admit that they borrowed stealth gameplay elements from their past work such as the Tenchu games, and they implemented it on Sekiro. Both games share similar stealth elements but are very different from each other. Also, there needs to be more stealth games out there. Konami fucked up Metal Gear, and Ubisoft doesn't want to make another Splinter Cell game, so now is a good time to revive the Tenchu game series. Besides, Activision owns the intellectual property as well, and the new Tenchu game would be a great addition to next-gen consoles. So that is my list of game franchises that should return for next gen. If there are any game franchises that you want to see return, let me know down in the comments and why you want to see them return. And maybe, just maybe, I'll feature your comments in a follow-up video. This is the end of the video, thanks for watching, subscribe to DGTV if you want to see more videos like this, and as always, this is Dre, and I'll see you when I see you. Take care.